Hello and welcome back to my channel, Sarah Makes Do. Today I'm going to be talking about something very dear to my heart but dangerous to my budget, and that is Christmas. I am someone who really likes to give gifts. It's almost a problem, and usually I go a little overboard. I do have a tendency to just kind of, it's just really easy to justify giving people gifts and buying gifts for people. So I tend to dig myself a bit of a hole in like the holiday season, and then I just try to figure it out in January. But this year I didn't want to do that. I figured there had to be a better way. I wanted to still give nice gifts, but also cut back my spending as much as I could. So my first idea for that, and this started back in like October, at the end of October, was to do pajama pants, to make pajama pants for some of the people on my list. I like to sew. I had recently made a pair for my boyfriend and they were pretty straightforward, so I thought, yeah, I can make them for a few people. Go get some sale fabric clearance. You can usually find some decent stuff for like $5 a meter. So we went to the fabric store and they were closing, but like they still had a lot of stuff left, and everything was 75% off. So we just added more and more people to the list. I got my bonus daughter, a little bug, to pick out the materials and for each person, so it's customized. The list grew to about, we ended up making 17 pairs of pants. I had help from my boyfriend cutting out the pieces, and for 2 of the pairs of pants I worked with Little Bug to make those ones. She did really well for her first time on the machine and made a pair of pants for her mother and a matching pair for herself. So in total, including the ones I helped Little Bug with, I made 17 pairs of pants. I did not think I could get it done in time for Christmas. Somehow I did it. I'm not sure. I don't want to do it again, I can tell you that. But this is just a few of them that I made. They range in size from 3 months to adult large. These, of course, are my favorite because they are so tiny. These are for a new human in the family, and I made a matching pair for his older brother. Now, some of this material I did have kicking around already. Last year, Dollarama had a bunch of material, Marvel, Star Wars, and Harry Potter, and it was about $5 for like a meter. So I did pick up some of that, and I didn't get around to making anything with it until this came to mind, and I thought, perfect, we'll use it up. So we have the pants. Now, for those who weren't getting the pants, I decided that I would make some foods. I like to do stuff like that. Just again, I feel like it's a nice gesture. It's something that most people will enjoy. Now, you do have to be careful if you're making, like anytime you're making things for gifts. So in the past, I've done homemade gifts to save money. But if you're doing something like soap making and things like that, you can actually end up spending a lot more on materials than you would have spent on just getting the things for people. So I do say for sure, like, if you're going to make your gifts, make sure that it is going to be worthwhile. For making the food items, the key I found this year is that you have to start planning early so that you can get your ingredients while they're on sale, because that'll, like, if you can get the majority of your ingredients on sale, then you're going to be spending a lot less to make that food than you would be if you're just buying everything at whatever price it is when you go to the store a week before Christmas, kind of thing. So for the food, we started with nuts and bolts. It's a very Canadian tradition. My family always made these at Christmas. It's a like seasoned mixture of cereal and pretzels and cheese crackers, and I add nuts to mine because they're delicious. So we made one batch of this. It actually was, I'll put the recipe in the link below, and it worked out to be enough for about like 12 people. So that was really cost efficient. You can grab bags like these that I picked up at Dollarama to give food out in. It's a very inexpensive way to package it. The other thing that we made was salted caramel sauce. We got these cute little jars at Dollarama. They came in packs of 4. I forget how much we paid for them. But yeah, so we made salted caramel sauce was our next item. And then the last thing I made food-wise, Christmas cookies, of course. Now I made Empire biscuits. It's something I always made with my stepmom. This is kind of a seasonal twist on them. I'll admit it, this is not the proper way to do it. And unfortunately, as you saw, the sprinkles kind of bled in the icing, but you know, the idea was there. For my other cookies, I did shortbread cutouts. Now, did I plan to do a whole bunch of super cute shortbread cutouts and end up doing this instead because I got over it real quick? Absolutely. Both are good. Both are fine. It's shortbread. So the last thing I want to share is, well, I guess the second last thing I want to share is I made some gifts out of the extra fabric that I had left over, because when I made the pants, I had a ton of extra fabric. I still do. What I came up with to use up at least a little bit of it was to make catnip toys for the cats in the family and bandanas for the dogs in the family. I had this fabric from one pair of pants that has pizzas on it. So I cut out all the individual pizzas and I made these little catnip pizzas for my furry friends. And then for dogs, we have these. Just a nice simple bandana, just a nice little treat for them, because I love all creatures and I love giving gifts to animals as well. Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on is that obviously I didn't make all of my gifts this Christmas, because that would be insane. It would be absolutely insane of me. I work, I have things to do. So I did get some items, like I purchased them online, and what I did in those cases was that I would go to the store of my choice, and you go to the clearance section, you go to sort by price, lowest to highest, and then take a look at what's available. And by doing that with a few stores, Old Navy, H&M, I checked out, I got a bunch of stuff from Well.ca. They actually had a lot of like toys and stuff that I wasn't expecting. But I got some pretty good deals there, especially if you do your online shopping around Black Friday. You can actually get some crazy deals, and usually they're delivered by Christmas, even if they're supposed to strike. So yeah, those are my tips for spending a little less on Christmas. That's what I've figured out so far, at least. Hopefully this gives you some ideas for what you can do next year. Yeah, Hope this helps. Have a happy holiday.